Hi everybody, Aly here from alystamps.com, and today I want to share with you the card lineup for our Technique Geeks class, which is part of our creative class for the month of September. This is also available as a by mail kit, so if you don't live local to me and can't make it, then we welcome you to purchase a kit and have all of the contents shipped directly to your home. This is the card that I'm also going to be walking you through the technique to, so stay tuned and I'm going to walk you through exactly how I created this background leaf image. The other cards are the rubber cement background and the brayered sunset featuring one of the best of stamp sets of the Best of Halloween. In addition to these 3 technique cards, you're also going to be making 3 resource pages to go with them, and then that way when you once you've sent out the cards and don't have them anymore, you still have these to refer back to. You've got the little sample swatch of the technique to jog your memory visually, as well as the written directions to remind you how you did it. So these also come with 3 of the clear cello bags, the clear envelopes that you can just put these in to protect them, punch a hole in them, and add them to a ring binder so that you can save them and store them and keep them by your stamping stuff, so that the next time you want to duplicate the techniques you can. So now let's get to the technique, which I'm calling it the Multicolored Embossing Technique. I'm not sure if this has been done anywhere else and if it has another name somewhere, but this is something that I stumbled on and what I've just decided to call it. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your black cardstock and you're going to come through with your Embossing Buddy and you're going to rub this lightly on the black cardstock. Now you don't want to pounce hard. I've seen some people do this to get a whole lot of powder out, and then what happens is when you go to stamp your image on it, you're actually stamping on the powder and not the cardstock. So you're going to get a lot of omitted lines and you're not going to get a clear impression. So it's okay to tap a little bit out, but you want to rub it into the paper. And what this is doing is it's taking the static out of it. The other thing is you don't want to do it too heavy. You can actually, this is actually a separate technique. When you pounce this hard, you can make a chalkboard look because that powder really does stay on there. So when you're embossing, you don't want that to happen unless you want the chalkboard look. Okay. So then you're going to go through with your Versamark pad and your stamp, and you'll just ink that image up well and stamp it on the black. And then you're going to select the embossing powders that you want to work with, and I chose 4. You can do more or less. Just keep in mind how much area you have, and you want them to kind of blend together a little bit. So 4 has seemed to be a good number for me. And I've used Gold, Cherry Cobbler, Wild Wasabi, and Tangerine Tango for this one. Now once you, what you're going to do is you're going to open up the powder and you're just going to take a small pinch with your fingers. You don't want to pour this on heavy because you want to have control over where you're putting it and also on the quantity. The powder that you put on, you're not going to be getting back, so you're better off using small amounts. You want to cover the image, but you don't want to go too crazy or else you'll have a lot of waste. So you're just punching in and you're keeping the powder in an area. There's the cobbler. Now we'll go on to Wild Wasabi. And with this particular image, you're also going to want to make sure that you don't forget about that stem, not just the leaves. Like that. So at this point it kind of reminds me of that kids' sand art that they do at festivals, just with all the colors kind of in there. And then you'll just kind of tap it around, make sure all the areas are covered, and pour it off. And again, this is just going to get discarded right into the garbage. You're not going to use that powder again because it's been very much contaminated and mixed up. So that's what you've got. And then you'll be able to go through with your heat tool, and on the Stampin' Up! Heat tool, you're going to want to do it to setting number 2 for embossing. Now, if you have never embossed before and you don't know what you're looking for, I would recommend you start with the gold, because the gold is what turns the most. So we'll get it going here for you. Oh, there we go. So if you can see, kind of hold it up in that video, or I'm sorry, hold it up to the lens so you can hopefully see. Right here it's very glossy, and over on the left hand side it looks just more brown. What you're going for is that I stuck my finger in the green showing you, but you're looking for that glossy look, and it's much more noticeable what has turned with our gold, our silver, our metallics. The colored embossing powder, I would say you probably need to be a little bit more familiar with embossing. I mean, it's not hard, it's just it definitely doesn't look quite so obvious as the metallic powder. So I would just start doing just a time or two with a metallic to watch what you're looking for, and then go into the colored and you'll be fine. So you'll heat that up, and now you've got your multicolored leaf image, and when you do that 4 times on the card, this is what you end up with. So again, I'm calling it multicolored embossing. You can go to my website at alystamps.com for more information on this class and also the by mail kit. There's the option to do just the resource pages or the full shebang with the cards and the resource pages. And then there's also a nice big photo of this card posted on my website as well, as a little bit of a freebie. So again, that's alystamps.com. Go ahead and check it out, and I hope that you have a great day. Thanks so much for joining me.